Hello on YouTube, on Twitch. Welcome to another episode of my Hearthstone Let's Play series. Apologize. Oh, bloody lag. No, I don't care about that. Go away. I apologize for those who were watching me a while back. Around New Year's, I had a couple of videos went up, and for some reason YouTube removed this video. Ugh, frustrating. Didn't even give me any heads up. I had no idea it happened, so it was audio only. There's been an occasional problem. I upload something with video information, YouTube just removes the video. I don't know if it's some stupid censorship thing. They don't like what I'm saying, so they do that on the sly, or it's just there were known issues with video processing at the time, so it's more likely that that's the logical thing. Though you never know. People sometimes intentionally try and sabotage stuff, though it's more often like, you know, the way the Trump administration sabotaged the post office back in his first term, and now they're still doing it, but the, you know, news cycle stopped reporting it, probably because the people with money and power would benefit from destroying the post office and seeing it privatized, put pressure on the corporate media, because they, you know, they want to replace it with FedEx, UPS, and not have a government post office anymore, even though capitalism has given us nothing but misery, and there's an NS wordification of everything that just occurs. It's not even resulted in faster economic growth than, say, socialism. The Soviet Union actually outpaced the US in economic growth rate. The problem is it started so much behind that even though it made up some of its initial gap on the West, it never caught up, but it was closer when it collapsed than when it first formed. There was, you know, fewer decades development difference and a better GDP ratio between the Soviets and the West, because they had 1/13 the GDP per capita of the West when the Soviet Union formed. They had more than half when they collapsed. So that's a 6-fold relative growth. Anyways, I gotta do some poly runs here, so let's do that. I was dealing with the obnoxious postal service phone tree thing. I can get it's impossible getting a human on the line. Even when you say agent, we understand you like to speak to represent agent. Please describe your issue. You describe your issue. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. And then back to the menu over and over. It will not actually let you speak to a person. It's terrible. And this all started back when Trump started sabotaging the post office, which has been a long-term, been one of the many wet dreams of the neocons. They want to destroy the post office and privatize it. They want everything to be privatized, even though it's only resulted in more and more human misery. Capitalism is garbage. And yet we're invading Venezuela because, oh, socialism, and then claiming it's authoritarian. Of course, the U.S. controls the organizations that you know, gone about saying, oh, well, the 2024 elections in Venezuela were stolen. It says the majority of international observers, all these international observers like U.S., France, UK, they're all NATO countries, basically. The non-NATO countries, generally speaking, said, no, there's no evidence of that, especially since they have a system where it's all automated voting machines with a paper trail, which you don't get in the US when it's automated here. It's like, no paper trail. So you can't confirm that the voting machine wasn't being hacked in the US, but in, I mean, some states have, I think, had paper trail, but it's not a general rule. Venezuela, everywhere, paper trail. They have more safeguards against election fraud there than there are in the US, and yet it was just utter nonsense. And oh, we have proof, but we're not going to publish the proof. The opposition has proof. The opposition is funded by the CIA, and the US has a long generations long, we're talking 70+ year long history of claiming any election that doesn't go its way was stolen in other countries.
Job done.
Oh no. So whenever a country elects a government that's anti-US, oh, there was election fraud. It's just over and over and over. nonsense. It's a lie. Alright, well, Skullbane Strength isn't bad, and it's gonna discard. Would rather give it to something else, but.
Reporting for
To battle!
To battle!
More lag. Let's try to hack my hero nose. More like. It's just current high internet traffic. Traffic to the Hearthstone servers. Come on, what was this? Okay, Embrace of Nature. Choose one card. Forge. It has both effects combined. So they forged this card before? When did they forge it? It's supposed to cost 2 mana, and just on the 4, and then he immediately drew it again, which is very suspect. I hate it when you see people have some benefit where you add something in deck. When it comes back, it's better. It's supposed to be randomly shuffled into a deck of 22 cards, but they draw it the very next turn, which is usually indicating that they're hacking, because the odds of that are just very, very low, and it happens consistently in these ranks, which strongly suggests cheating.
I must move quickly.
All right.
Come one, come
The
on!
light dims, but we fight.
To battle! To battle! To battle!
Of course, he's just gonna have swipe, and that's the best card he can draw. The luck is too much. It's extremely suspicious.
I concede.
And you seem to know what I had. That was good. Just pretty much can guarantee me a victory. And then you concede. Yeah, I'm reporting practice. It doesn't matter if I won. This isn't a, oh, I lost. So no, this is, I think this guy's cheating. And I will do it. If I think someone's cheating, they get reported. Doesn't matter if I win or not. And yeah, I'm suspicious, I'll admit, but of people. But I see odds. And fortunately, now that I'm in the silver ranks, there should be fewer cheaters. The problem of cheating is generally worse at the lower ranks, because people get into silver and they get reported more consistently. Now that losing actually loses you stars in the silver ranks. And I think it does. In bronze, it doesn't.
Uther versus Arana!
Leave me
Arna
alone.
doll.
I will fight with honor.
These weird new heroes. Hardly. Secret's gonna be unnerving. It's still 1 cost. Nah, not against Demon Hunter. I don't want that. Or that. Squelch. We should just auto
I see you've brought love.
Generally don't want to hear what that
I
is.
see you've brought gifts.
None will survive.
Discover a secret weapon. Divine shield.
I must move quickly.
Disco Mall. Give a random friendly min +1/+1. Definitely. Play minions while equipped to improve. Okay. I don't know how that works, but let's find out. Let's learn something. Might cost me the game though. It's Pimpin.
time.
Or to think slightly more long term here.
Reporting for duty.
Maybe. Probably not against Demon Hunter there. Before they introduced Death Knights and introduced Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters were ridiculously overpowered, and then the Death Knights even more. Keep introducing new hero classes. They're more ridiculous than ones. Each more ridiculous. And evil! They're both evil, really. Well, actually the backstory of the Demon Hunter implies he's not, at least the default one's not. Or something? I don't know. Or he starts good. Get a 1/1 magnetic spark bot with a random bonus effect. Oh no.
Not enough time.
Really? It's a 1/2 that gets some, basically at least stats of a 2 cost and a RAM. That's overpowered nonsense. I don't even think that's Demon Hunter thing. No. This is probably a good time to do this.
For justice! To battle!
To battle.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Okay.
Who are we hitting today? Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty.
Guess only cards work for playing minions for that. Alright, well.
For justice!
Guess we wanna keep controlling the field.
To battle!
To battle.
I see.
Planning on casting that. Right.
Mount up!
To battle.
To battle!
Reporting for duty. To battle. To battle. That one? Okay.
Very, very strong field control. I've gotten very lucky this time for once. And my whole deck's built around this other hand, so it's actually not. That's obnoxious. Too many taunt lifesteal things that keep coming up.
To battle. To battle. To battle. That
Must move quickly!
Nucleus champion.
Charge!
Oops. Finish this guy. Doesn't matter. I shouldn't have played it because I was gonna win. I'm tired. Not thinking very clearly. Could they speak my rear? And I was probably frustrated dealing with the post office nonsense and mail forwarding. Need to set up a PO box. Just you can get a 3-month PO box, but it auto renews, and of course it'd be hard to cancel. It's like the business model of every scam business ever. Here's a subscription, but it's impossible to cancel. Here's a 3-month PO box, but will auto renew you. There's no option not to. What? I'm staying up at a family cabin to avoid a homicidal roommate wants to kill me because of my cough. So, and then the PO box to forward mail. Manifested timeways. You just got the golden version. Reroll the normal version into a random. Yeah. Or let's see. This is a golden rare. I could disenchant it and instead of getting a random, have enough dust to craft one of my choice. That made sense for common. Does not make sense here. So if I go to my collection, I don't want to see Death Knight stuff. Of course, it's the first thing you see too, because we're powered. Here we go. Oh no, wait, what am I saying? This is uncraftable, so I can't disenchant it. Oops. Should have accepted that. You're looking at me like, what? What are you thinking, buddy? Hold on a Manifest more. Still, random stuff is on average garbage. This would be enough dust for something. Just automatically turns that to the gold one. Cool. I'd rather have the dust, the targeted dust, than. You can see all the Death Knight stuff is ridiculously overpowered. And the next most overpowered thing is the Demon Hunter stuff. Deal 2 damage, summon a leech, which of course deals damage. Like, this is just way above what mana curve is for most classes. Hinder being dead speaks to us by a safety record. Deathhound, Handler. Rush, Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Dreadhound with Reborn. Or Death Rattle, summon the thing. No. First the Handler, you do 2 damage and then you get a 1/1 with Reborn. It's not amazing, but for a Death Knight with the corpses, that's actually one of the weaker things. Anyways, alright. Let's see. I'm gonna take a peek at what Merc mode visitor stuff I got. Played all these yesterday, and Air Elemental with Khadgar and Tomorrow. And Niru Fireblade, which I haven't unlocked yet. But 2 things for Air Elementals. Rukan, Valera, Rukar. I could probably just do a... I have a training party. I have a primary party. I should probably just create a quest party for unique combinations like this. Right, I remember Rukara. This one. Scabs, Khadgar Samoro. Teriel. Oh, no, that's for that. Brucon in Valera. A whole lot of fighters here. The casters at the end. Party with no protectors. No healers, no protectors. Not a particularly good party, but it can get 2 visitor quests at once. Cool. Oh yeah. Let's see what Melot's got. Ooh! Actually quite a bit of XP just from hitting a training dummy. Wow. Quite a lot of levels. And now we can do his Grid Arcane Missiles. I guess this is a massive amount of... Yeah, he's done enough. Guess Khadgar is really powerful high levels, so yeah. Don't really even need tomorrow, but definitely Khadgar should be training. Eventually tomorrow we need to level 30, so yeah. I think Khadgar has an awful lot of stuff before he needs to. Yeah, he pretty much never needs to reach a specific level. Right. Anyways. Oh, I mean, it's a higher level abilities. Why is it showing campfire stuff on the workshop? Build the fighting pit, but no. Probably Heroic Bounties next. Might even get visitor quests for them after I do it. Alright. I'm gonna cut this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star until we go. Sorry about the yawning. I'm asleep, but I'm fighting off of viruses and things. Wish you all the best. Adieu.